It's Wicked Ridge Outdoors here, me and Abe here again. We're at Abe's house, and the property up here, we call it the Ridge. That's what, if you guys wondering where we got our name from. So we're actually at the Wicked Ridge property, you can call it. And me and Abe are gonna be shooting our bows today. As you guys are gonna see we're gonna go check our trail cams, getting ready for the upcoming season, and hopefully we have some big bucks on there.
So, most of you guys know, SIM card. We're going to check trail cameras. We're going to swap the cards out. We're here on the actual Wicked Ridge where it all began. I brought Braiden here hunting before up in the stands I have on the ridge. Had some wicked times here, four-wheeler riding and shooting and having fun. So, and also, Braiden forgot to mention, my dad is actually going to be in this video, and he's going to be showing. Braiden knows a little bit about a climbing tree stand, but my dad's going to show him some stuff about a climbing tree stand, because I think Braiden's going to be using one this year a good bit, and it should be a good time. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a little bit. So we're up here on the ridge. We're going to switch out some trail cameras. We only have one trail camera out right here beside our tree stand that we're going to be hunting this year. We got to get a hang-on stand up there for Zach so he can film.
No.
And
oh yeah, you're right. I thought you said they meant Braiden.
And then we'll head over and we'll take a peek at that stand over there. It's about 150 yards apart, so we're not too far apart. And we're going to check this trail camera right now, switch the SIM cards, and we'll show you what we got on camera. We don't have no bait or nothing out. It's just sitting here to see what goes by. Got the Moultrie camera here. I don't know exactly which Moultrie it is, but it works pretty good. It's nice and simple. We'll just turn it off, pop the SIM card out. Pop the new one in, turn it back on, and walk away. Alright guys, like I said earlier in the video, we're going to check trail cameras, and we're going to do a little, you can call it a tutorial. Always be sure to read your manuals and stuff when you're getting climbing tree stands. Don't take our words for it. My dad is joining us today with Braiden, and they're actually going to do, my dad's going to show Braiden how to do climbers, and that's basically what this segment's going to be about. Dad's just going to harness up and he's going to climb up the tree. He's going to explain to Braiden how to do it. If you find some of the tips helpful, that's great, but in no way, shape, or form are we experts on the subject. My dad has been doing it for over 20 years, and maybe you could consider that an expert, but we strongly urge you to read your manuals, do everything by the book, and if we can give you some helpful tips, that's great, and we hope you enjoy it. My dad's going to start off and he's going to show Braiden how to do this, and we're going to get it all on film for you, and it should be a good time so Braiden can learn. That way he can set up in various spots, maybe beside us while we're filming or something one day, and it should be a good time. So we're going to get started here. They're going to get set up, we're going to get the camera set up, and they're going to take it from here.
Hey, I'm Ray. I'm Abe's dad, Braiden's uncle, Zach's buddy. I'm going to show Braiden how to use a tree stand. I've been using them for over 20 some years. I mean, I might not be the perfect person for the job, but thank the Lord I haven't fell out yet. What I do, Braiden, is you kind of look up the tree and you kind of see how it gets skinnier at the top. So a lot of times you gotta kind of eye it up on how much of an angle you have to put down here. You have to put it in, because if you put it straight and you climb, you'll be sitting up there like that. You get what I'm saying? So what you do is you try and get your cables out, get them ready. I usually go 2 in for big trees. Usually you want to have grab that. You want to have this angled up a good bit for when you climb. Goes down in here.
You said 2 in?
Try it once, see what it looks like. See how it's angled up? So when you start climbing up, it'll start leveling out. You'll get level.
So it's always going to be at an angle before you go
Most
up.
trees will be at an angle. Now, once in a great blue moon, you won't have to have a big angle like that. I mean, this might not be enough. You never know. You got to climb your trees.
And what if it's not enough? Do you come back down and...
No, you just, if you feel okay, that you're okay with it, and you know your things are dug in deep into the branch, into the bark, and you know it ain't gonna move. But if you're not comfortable, redo it. Totally redo it if you're not comfortable. But this one here isn't as important. It is when you get up there, because when you have your tree stand up, you can actually adjust the top one. So when you're sitting, you can actually, when you get up there, you can adjust this perfect. I always do. You can adjust it to, you can make this level up there. The bottom one you can't make level unless you're good. I ain't even gonna go there today. You know what I mean?
So you're saying people adjust the bottom without even coming back down?
Yeah, you can. But I'm not gonna show you that. Keep going. Alright. Usually I do it like that. Make sure it's pulled down tight so it's not gonna slip. Usually there's a string from your top to your bottom, just in case you're up there sitting and you knock the stand loose and it falls. The string attaches to it, so if you do happen to bump this loose and it falls, you got a string attached that'll pull it up and get it set back in place. I don't have one right now. I never used it, but you do want to, once you start climbing, I gotta get, no, it's on the back of the rhino. Hey, give me that black strap for on the back of the tree here. Choker on the tree. What you do is, I think I got the wrong, I should have put my boots on, but I didn't. What you do is go up here and get in it. Put this back here on your back foot. Put it in through your foot. Get this one. Get it in your back heel. What you can do, what I do, is I scoot up through it like this, bring it down where I need it, and you just, sometimes you can't sit on it until you get up higher. This is a cinch rope. You can adjust it back and forth like this. So if once you pull on it, it pulls it tight, it won't slide down the knot. This gives you extra movement up in the tree stand. If you need extra movement, you can use that to, once you start climbing, you want to be hooked up and ready to go before you start getting too far up. Because it only takes, you can break stuff at where I'm at right now. You could break stuff. You fall out wrong, just because I'm only 2-3 feet off the ground doesn't mean stuff don't break that easy. What we'll do is do some shimmying and get up here. What you do is put this up a little bit so you can get climbing. Cinch it a little better. And you pull this up. Make sure everything's latched in place.
What about these bottom ones?
Yep, latch them in place. Latch them ones in place. Make sure everything's latched in place. Then you just slowly start walking up the tree. Make sure you got some good footing before you get going. Make sure you're sunk in good before you lift up. Raise up your stuff. It's a slow process, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Once you start getting so far up, you can sit down and relax a little bit. Just don't be in no hurry. You can't be in a hurry doing this. If you get in a hurry, that's when things start to mess up.
How do you bring your gun and stuff up there with you?
You always have a lead line.
So like out of a normal tree stand, that rope hanging on the side?
Yep. That's how I do it. Once you get up here, you just sink it in just a little bit so you know it's sunk into the tree bark so it don't slip and slide so much. No. Take your feet out of the things. Voila, you're up here. All you gotta do is turn around. What's that? Have a seat, Pete. Slide things down just like you slid them up.
All right, now my feet.
Take your weight off. Best thing to do is do it this way. Make your weight there. And then take your weight up and bring it up. Yep.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Sometimes you don't want to stretch. You don't have to stretch out that far. You got the rope underneath the rim of that thing there, yep. You don't have to stretch out that far either. Just go little bits at a time. Take your time. There's no rush.
Comfortable. That's what it feels like.
Oh, honestly, that wasn't that bad.
No, that's comfortable, isn't it?
And that was your first
It is. I feel like I'm in a recliner right now.
Yeah. Don't try to keep your feet on that bottom as best you can. You don't have to push, but just
Keep your feet on.
keep your feet on it.
That is a lot easier.
Yeah, you can move that thing with your feet. Huh?
Crap, not shit. Crap.
There you go.
That makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
Point your toes down.
Bringing it up and then getting the weight off and pointing your toes down. I picked the big tree because they're harder to do, but they're easy. They grab easier. They give you more stability.
All right, guys, did it my first time. Feels good to be back on the ground. It was kind of nerve-wracking, but you just gotta push through it. Feels good to be back on the ground.
We got tree stands or trail cams checked. We did that little tutorial on the climber, and now Braiden has 3 arrows. He's ready to shoot his bow in. We shot a couple times just to shake the cobwebs off in a previous video, but now we're going to sight in his bow for 10 and then 20 and then maybe 30 depending on how comfortable he is. So now we're going to shoot. First. So we're just here, got our trail camera SD card put in here, and we're just sifting through the pictures. If we get a hold of anything that's nice, we'll show it. We have a little buck here. He's probably going to Y off into a 4-point, maybe a 6-point. I'm not sure yet. But I went through him once or twice, and there's this darker deer back here that you can see my mouse going around. But I didn't notice it. But if you go towards the front, there's 3 points on that one side. So I know that's definitely a legal deer. But any of the other pictures, his head's either behind this tree or he's not in frame. That's the only proof that I know that it's a buck. And trust me, I went back and forth a few times, just like back and forth, just to make sure that what I thought were horns weren't just nothing, but they're definitely horns coming up, and there's 3 on one side, so we know he's legal. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed coming along with us while we checked some trail cameras, shot some bow, and did a little climber tutorial type deal.
Well, my Uncle Ray showed me how to do that climbing stand. It's a little nerve-wracking, but I got the hang of it pretty well, so I must be a natural for it. We had fun today up there. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications, follow us on Instagram, Facebook. This is Wicked Ridge Outdoors, and we'll see you next time.